Hi, I'm Tiffany Domina. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my website is howtoentrepreneur.org, and my mission is to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise. So if you or someone you know wants to start or grow a business, definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org and check out the free resources. I have free e-courses, free blog post templates, and a free community for you to join to encourage and motivate you to grow your business. So definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org and check out the free resources. So today I want to talk to you about how to write product reviews. So this will be a step-by-step guide on how to write product reviews. So if you are an affiliate marketer or if you are a business that wants to include product reviews into your content marketing strategy, then this is going to be the video for you. So have you ever wondered how to write product reviews that build trust, solve problems, get sales, and make money? If so, that's what we'll be talking about in this video, and we'll be talking about that in depth. So if you're here, it's likely you're an affiliate marketer or a content marketer of some sort, and you've probably heard or gotten to experience the importance of writing product reviews, and I know I have. So a little background on me: I've gotten to see the power of the launch jacking technique, where you're writing product reviews that people are actively searching for online to help protect consumers. In fact, I've written product reviews that have generated 10,000s of visitors to my website over the last 20 months since I've started writing them. So the method definitely does work. You can attract a lot of people to your website by writing reviews because more and more people are buying online, and the experience online is quite different than the experience offline. Now, let's first talk about the difference in the two experiences. When you're offline, if you decide you want to buy something, you visit the store, you go in, you look, touch, smell, and possibly taste the merchandise, maybe if it's food, then you buy it. And when you're shopping online and you decide you want to buy something, you can't have that physical trial experience before you buy in most cases. So instead, you're left feeling like you're taking a risk on something you haven't experienced. And the risk level feels higher unless you, one, are able to get a trial, like a detailed video or images portraying the use case or an actual demo, or unless you find an honest person with an honest experience and you evaluate whether the product can achieve your goals through them. So if you can get a trial and a good honest review, it definitely makes that risk level go down so much. And the unfortunate thing about reviews is that there's a lot of convolution with the reviews online and lots of improvement to be desired. It's fairly common to type in product name review and see a laundry list of results like, is product name a scam, read this first, product name review, and all that is perfectly fine, and that's even a good thing. That's what you're looking for. But it's difficult to find a reviewer who seems like they're genuinely interested in helping you to achieve your goals, and sometimes that can get very frustrating. They might be interested instead in their commission or getting revenge for a bad experience or beating out a competitor. And all in all, if you're informed about the behind-the-scenes dynamics in online business, which more people are, and it's likely that you are as an affiliate marketer or content marketer, then the review will read to you as somewhat shallow. Besides, you don't want to read reviews to see whether they like the product or not. You read reviews and you're thinking, will this product help me? And that's why it's important for you and I, as fellow affiliate marketers, to be informed about how to satisfy what people are looking for in our reviews, so we can create a review that fulfills expectations and get high commissions as a result. And hopefully that makes sense to you. So there's another issue and it's called misusing authority with reviews. So when you're attracting lots of people who are looking for your opinion on whether a product or service can help them to achieve their goals, it's a lot of responsibility, and you might not think about that. Now that the internet is rewarding people based on search engine optimization skills and paid advertising know-how and relevance, it can actually lead to misuse. And I've personally misused this authority myself, and I'm not happy to say that, but I'm being honest with you. So while it's fun and personally beneficial to attract lots of people to your website, it can also be slandering, short-sighted, and manipulative in a negative way if you take advantage of the authority you're given by attracting visitors and give them incorrect or overtly biased information. And you can even do this by accident, and I know I have. So sometimes you may not realize your own personal bias. So it's important to analyze things from the user's first perspective rather than the what I like perspective or what I get the highest commissions from perspective. And I did this recently. It wasn't intentional, but it happened, and thank God I was able to correct my mistake, or so I think. But if you've seen my recent post on John Crestani, I originally had done a review of his program, and I wasn't impressed with it. And I got to learn over time that his program, being that he offers his live interaction and more things, that his program was better than what I originally gave it credit for. And so as a result of my recent experience, I've learned that some product review best practices, that there's some out there that I should add, and I want to pass them on to you. So this is 10 steps for how to write product reviews, and we're talking about product reviews that build trust, get sales, and create returning visitors and loyalty, because it's one thing to have a product review that helps a person one time, but it's another thing if every time they see your name in the search rankings, they click on your name because of how quality your product review was for them before. So that's returning customers, which increases your lifetime customer value. And it's the same value as like McDonald's has. When you see the McDonald's sign, you quickly can identify that this is going to give me a burger with fries and drinks. Like, you quickly know what to expect from McDonald's. And if you can write quality product reviews like what I'm going to show you here, then you'll be able to build that returning loyalty, because you'll have consistency and because you'll be able to build a brand where people know when they see your name in the search rankings that this review is really going to help me. And that's what you want. So first, the number one is identify your why. So it's important to identify why you're writing the review. Are you writing the review to help a specific audience? Are you writing the review to make high commissions? Are you writing the review to benefit your merchant? We each have a why, and oftentimes if we don't correct this core intention and make it point in favor of our readers, our reviews will be shallow. So you want your readers to land on your review and feel connected to what you've written, to trust your advice, and to walk away saying, that review helped me make the best decision for where I am in my life. But if your why is slanted in a different way, then you could miss out on the trust, the sales, and the returning visitors. So make sure you have a clear niche. So in addition to your core intention for writing reviews, you also have to decide who you plan to solve problems for, or your niche. It's likely that over time you might have several niches, but in the beginning, it's important to isolate a group of people you're confident you can solve problems for and write very specific and relevant for them. And so, for example, if you're trying to sell baby diapers, you likely want to write to people who are likely to buy baby diapers, right? So to do that, you'd use illustrations and dialogue in your writing to make it clear that you understand the mom or the dad who has a young child in diapers. So an intro could sound something like, if you're here, it's likely you have a baby who is not yet potty trained. You may have tried various diaper brands. For one reason or another, you're not happy enough to stay loyal to any of those. So you're looking to see if this one is better. So that right there, that intro, made it clear that we can relate to their diaper shopping experience. And we've also made it clear that we know we're writing to a parent of a young child or a diaper buyer, So number 2, find products that would be relevant to your audience for review. So once you've positioned your why in favor of your reader and you've chosen a niche, it's easier to decide on products to review. But if you're still a little confused, then let's narrow down a process. And so we're going to start with empathy mapping. David Gray, the author of The Connected Company, is the man behind empathy maps. He consulted companies and had them do the empathy map exercise so they could build the ability to read their customers' minds. And you want that powerful mind reading ability. So basically what you do with the empathy map is you take a piece of paper, you draw lines to segment it into 4 quadrants. You write one word in each quadrant. In one quadrant you would write seeing, in one quadrant you would write thinking, in one quadrant you would write doing, and in one quadrant you would write feeling. So then you have one word in each quadrant. Then you brainstorm by yourself or with your team and fill out your empathy map. So you want to make sure that when you're writing in the quadrant seeing, you're thinking about what would your customer see? What would your customer be seeing? You want to put yourself in their shoes. What would they be seeing as they're looking for the solution you offer? What types of things might they also find? You want to think about what they might be thinking when they're looking for what you offer. So if you are selling, going back to the baby diaper example, if you're selling baby diapers, you want to think about what types of things might they be seeing as they're looking for baby diapers. Might they also be seeing baby shampoos, and might they also be seeing baby clothes? Might they also be seeing pregnancy stuff, And so if these are things that they might see, then these keywords could be the perfect ones to attract them to your website. And so this can open doors to see what types of things can you review that would bring your ideal customer to your website. So what are they thinking? Are they they might not even be thinking about diapers. But if you write an article that talks about leaks or bad diaper smells or different things, then it's likely that you can also connect to that same customer. So you want to really understand what types of things they might be seeing, thinking, doing, and feeling. And then once you have that brainstorm all together, then you have lots of ideas about what they might be doing, and it can help you to relate to that customer. Once you can connect to what they're going through, it's easier to feel their pain, it's easier to identify what problems they're having, and it's also easier to isolate solutions that they might be looking for. So in doing that, it can help you choose products to review. So you might also find that your customer goes through phases. For example, entrepreneurs tend to go through phases of development where they're actively looking for various solutions. In the beginning, they're having the beginning inklings that maybe I want to be an entrepreneur, but they're likely also having doubts like, can I become an entrepreneur, or do I have what it takes? So for me, if I want to attract entrepreneurs, especially startup entrepreneurs, then I can address things like doubt or fears or rejection or different things like that they're likely to experience or to wonder about. And you might find that your customers might also look for things in phases. And depending on what type of product you're trying to sell behind the content that you're using to attract them, it might be wise for you to choose keywords that are more tightly connected to the product or peripheral, but I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit. So going back to the diaper example, women may be pregnant while they're looking for diapers, so you can write reviews on pregnancy products to attract an audience that might also be relevant for the diapers you're selling. So when it comes to peripheral versus direct relevance, empathy mapping can open your mind to a whole new world of things to review, but if you want the highest conversion rates, you have to pay attention to peripheral keywords versus directly relevant ones. And I've made this mistake a lot of times because, I've written reviews on lots of different things that I know entrepreneurs would be attracted to, but if entrepreneurs come to my website and let's say I write a review on business phones, for example. I write a review on business phones, and I attract them to my website, but I don't actually have a business phone to sell them. Then I might be attracting the right audience, but my conversion rate may be low to whatever product that I have to sell them. So you really want to be careful with that and make sure, like as an affiliate, it's pretty simple to find a variety of products that you can sell and that you can add your affiliate links in. So you may or may not have this issue, but if you really want like a full-time income from one specific affiliate program to stabilize your income, then you want to make sure to keep focusing on keywords that are highly relevant to that specific affiliate program so that you can build that income and those sales. So let's say, for example, you're selling golf balls. You know your audience is looking for golf ball reviews before they buy their golf balls. Do you decide to review them to attract? So you decide to review them to attract your ideal customer. And that's a smart idea. But let's say you know your ideal customer is also looking for golf clubs, golf training, golf clothes, golf shoes, and other things. Should you review them all? And this would be your own subjective decision. However, I want to advise you that the highest conversion will be on the products that are the most relevant to the customer's primary goal. So if the customer is looking for golf balls, and you have reviewed golf clubs, they might also be interested in your opinion on golf clubs, but it'll be a lower conversion rate. Whereas if you have several reviews on different types of golf balls, then it'll be easier to get a conversion or a sale because you have lots of content that's centered around their primary goal, which was to find golf balls. So if you've built an audience of golf ball buyers, then it's likely you can also get sales on other things, but the conversion rates typically decline as you present options that are less and less relevant to the customer's original goal. And the same thing if you decide to bid on these keywords with paid advertising in Google Ads or Bing Ads or the like. You'll also notice that if you bid on keywords like golf clubs, but you're selling golf balls, then you'll notice a lower conversion rate. Whereas if you bid on golf balls and then you bid on several competitors' golf balls keywords, then you'll have higher conversion rates. So make sure to be mindful of that. So in my niche, I've seen people who review business opportunities, then they present alternatives that aren't exactly relevant to the end user's goals. For example, let's say I review a makeup direct sales company like Avon so that I can sell them an online business opportunity like Wealthy Affiliate. It's likely the sales conversion of a person who's looking to sign up for Avon and is presented something like Wealthy Affiliate is going to be lower, even though an Avon rep is likely to need to know how to start marketing their business online. It'll take more warming up. I'll have to explain to them why that would be important more versus someone who is looking to sign up for Avon and then I present them something very similar but better. Hopefully you understand what I mean by that. But if you don't, definitely leave your questions in the comment section below and I'd be happy to help answer that. So number 3, understand the reader's goals. So when you're empathy mapping, you're identifying the potential customer's pain, their problems, and what it's like to be in their shoes. It's also important to research to identify where they would prefer to be instead. So going back to the diaper example, would they prefer finding a diaper that's more friendly to the environment? Are they looking for something that's cheaper than what they have? Are they looking for less leaks? What are they looking for? And it's important that you identify the results the potential customer is looking for or the unique selling proposition of that product. So that when they're typing in product name review, you can make sure your review talks to that specific unique selling proposition or that unique buying motive that causes people to pick that specific product. So once you understand the goals they're trying to achieve, it's easier to evaluate whether the product or service can help them. So number 4 is study the product. So as an affiliate marketer, you're providing data to people who are buying online. But our earlier sales counterparts have laid the pathway for us in terms of studying products. So you want to study the product so that you're knowledgeable compared to what you'd expect from the restaurant waiter when you ask, what's included with this meal? So when you go to the restaurant and you're sitting at the table, maybe you're sitting with your family and you're looking through the menu and you can't really tell will this be good or will that be good or what's in this versus that, then you typically ask the questions to your waitress, right? So you'll ask her what's the difference in this chicken Alfredo versus the shrimp Alfredo? Is the shrimp Alfredo usually what people like, and do they have this type of cheese in it because maybe you have an allergy or something? So you ask all of those questions to the waitress and you want the waitress to be knowledgeable enough to answer those questions. And the same thing when you go to a place like Best Buy or an electronics section of a store. You expect the person that works there to be able to answer questions about the headphones, the TVs, the chargers, at least to tell you where they're located and things like that. And when they don't have product knowledge or knowledge of their section where they work, it's frustrating because you're trying to make your purchase and then they're not knowledgeable. So in the same way, you want to make sure that you're knowledgeable about the things that you are reviewing. So you want to study the product, maybe even try it. If you've bought it, that's even better. And make sure that you are as knowledgeable as possible about it. Look around at comparable reviews. If the product has other reviews, try to be more knowledgeable than the other ones that are out there, to give yourself that competitive advantage so that when your review is in the rankings and people ask questions to you about the products, then you can respond even more knowledgeable than others who are competing with you. So as a result, you have to take the time to thoroughly understand the product you're talking about, whether it's physical or whether it's digital. So do you have to buy every product that you review? The answer is no. You don't have to buy every product you review. Just like, when you go to the physical store, a lot of times the people who work in the electronics section haven't bought every TV or haven't bought every camera or haven't bought every headset, but they can tell you about those products because they have product knowledge. They have either studied the product, they've taken a look at it, they've done what they can with the product so they can be as knowledgeable as possible. And that's the same thing you'll want to do. If you reach out to the product developer, ask for a review copy. If they're not willing to give you a review copy, then review based off of what you can. I know for me, I didn't ask for review copies. A lot of times I've reviewed products and either purchased it or reviewed it based off of what I was able to access and didn't even bother asking for a review copy. And I wish that's something that I had thought more about. And so I definitely recommend that for you, is that ask for a review copy. The worst case scenario is that you get a no. And if you get a no, then you work with what you can. So if you don't have experience with the product, I'd recommend staying as objective as possible, relaying facts, sharing testimonials, and leveraging other people's experiences the best you can. So if it's a product and you're not able to get a review copy, then definitely go and look for other people's reviews. Make it simpler for the person looking for a review to find a consensus of information. So curate other reviews together, curate testimonials together, put everything, the facts together so that they can come to your review instead of having to hop around to several others. Number 5, identify what target audience the product would satisfy. So no product is for everyone. Even major companies like Walmart or Amazon don't work for everyone. And so you want to relay who the product or service will work well for as specifically as possible. And you want to also relay who the product is likely to disappoint. For example, if I were reviewing Walmart, I can say Walmart is best for bargain shoppers who are looking for household items and sometimes even groceries and gas. However, it's not for people looking for high-end name brand products. So that would be a statement that I can add in into a Walmart review. So number 6, empathize for the reader and for the merchant. And this is something that I've recently learned. Sometimes we can be so focused on the reader that we forget the merchants are people too. And I know this has been the case for me. And I mentioned that I didn't ask for review copies and I would be reviewing products. And so we want what's best for the potential customer, but sometimes we can do that at the demise of someone else, and it doesn't have to be that way. So it's okay to present features and benefits, to present pros and cons, but make sure that you're not slandering anyone, because sometimes you can do it on purpose. You can say, well, this doesn't have this and this doesn't have that. And sometimes you could be treading on very delicate waters, but it's important to try to speak graceful enough that you can benefit both the merchant and the potential customer. So I've learned that saying things like recommended improvements rather than what I don't like or what they don't do well can make a big difference. And it's simply a few words. So see where you can modify your statements a little bit so that you can benefit both the merchant and the reader and still have good relationships with both after you do the review. You don't want it to be where just because you've done the review, you feel like you have to duck, if you were to see the person. Because that's not what this is all about. This is all about helping both the reader, the merchant, and yourself to be able to supply each other's demands. So your review is supposed to be helpful. Number 7, don't question intentions or slander. So questioning intentions and slandering people is something I've seen reviewers do even on accident. So be careful of this. You don't want to mention things in your review that make it seem like you understand the reason the merchant has created the product or has left out certain features or benefits, especially if you put a negative connotation on it. So statements like, he clearly created this as a scam, or they're trying to rip people off, or any of the like can have legal repercussions too. So make sure to be careful of anything like that. Some products or services can be so low quality that it's infuriating, but you still can't slander anyone or it can get you in trouble. So number 8, identify the relevant facts, pros, cons, background, benefits, and features. So you want to make sure your review makes it as easy as possible for the potential customer to make the buying decision. So you want to discover what they want to know, what relevant facts to present, and include them inside of your review. Number 9, lay out your review for optimal conversions. So once you've done your research, identified a problem for your customer, and written a review that connects with them, then it's important to lay it out so it's easy for them to digest the information and to make their decision. You can get optimal results by using color and buttons to make buy buttons very clear. And I want to show you an example. Let's see if so let's go to this example, and this is a review I recently updated so that I would have all of the features that I mentioned in this video. And so if you take a look, you can scroll down and you can see I have a review summary here. It gives you an overall rating. It gives you a quick breakdown of the product review, and you can take a look at, gives you pros and cons, what the product does well, what the recommended improvements are, and then a rating of reliability, ease of use, price, and support, and then a easy to find buy button. So you can make all of these features using Elementor Pro. If you go to howtoentrepreneur.org/Elementor, and you can use that to create a box like this that can summarize everything. And one of the nice things about Elementor Pro is that you can actually create templates for your blog posts. So you can make sure each of your blog posts has certain things inside of it by using their theme builder. So I was able to quickly drag and drop this template into my review, and I'll be using this same template to update more of my reviews to make them even better quality. So I just wanted to show you that so you can see how you can use color and buy buttons to make everything even more clearer and easier to find. So writing the text content and adding the hyperlinks is great, but it's even better when the buy buttons are very bold, because lots of people scan. They don't actually read word for word text. Some people are patient, some people are not. So after having reviewed lots of video, because I record the visitors who come to my website using Hotjar. If you're interested, you can go to howtoentrepreneur.org/Hotjar. But anyway, after having watched several recordings of people coming to my website, I can see that some people will just quickly scroll and some people will take their time and read through. So you want to be able to capture the attention of both the skimmers and of the people who take their time. The people who take their time will see hyperlinks like this and they'll stop and click. But the people who don't, they won't stop unless you have something bold like this, something that has some animation and bright colors. So you want to make sure you capture both audiences. If you leave one out, you'll have lower conversions. So I just showed you in my Podia review a summary box. So some people don't want to read 2,000 words of text, or they don't want to watch a long video like what I'm doing here. So they don't want to watch the 40-minute video to find out if the product is good or if it's not. And so a summary box, like the one I have in my Podia review, can help by easily showing the overall rating, the ease of use rating, the pricing rating, the support rating, a summary of the product review in 1 to 2 paragraphs, a breakdown of pros and cons, and best use case. And then you see I've also added a video, and I also have an additional 2,000 words in that review. So it's not a review, it's not the typical review. And for me, that matters. To have that level of quality and to have that level of depth for my buyers is important, because that's what helps. That's what we're doing. We're offering the best to help make their decision easier. So use testimonials and customer reviews to add credibility. So in addition to facts, features, and benefits, people connect to stories of experience, whether your own or others. So just like going back to the example of going to the physical store, maybe the salesperson hasn't, maybe the electronics department, the salesperson there has not actually owned the TV that you're looking at, but maybe they have a family member who does. So what they'll tell you is, well, my mom has that exact TV, and we always sit around it, and I mean, it delivers great quality. She's had it for about 5 years, and the story that they tell makes you even more excited about your purchase. And alternatively, if the review is not so good and they tell a story, my mom had that TV and it went out on the first day that she bought it, and it wasn't any issue of hers, it was a manufacturer's error, the light bulb just blew up, then you probably wouldn't buy it. So you can add your own experience, and you can also add the experiences of others to add even more credibility to the review. You want to insert lots of headings and subheadings. So text without lots of headings is harder to skim. So remember, readers skim more than they read. So if you can add headings that can help give context while they're skimming, it's extremely useful, and your bounce rates will reflect that. So if you look at your Google Analytics, you can see how quickly people are bouncing from your site, or how long they're staying on your site on average. And you really want that. You want them to stay on your page a long time and not to bounce quickly. Otherwise, it'll negatively impact your rankings. So adding subheadings and headings helps with that, because it makes it easier for people to skim through. You want to break up the paragraphs. So I've noticed from testing on my own site that once you get to 4 sentences, it's overwhelming for readers. People will look at it like it's a block of text, and they'll just scroll, even if the words are important. Some people, like I said, have more patience than others, and some people aren't intimidated by large blocks of text, but most people are. So in English classes, you're taught to make paragraphs 3 to 5 sentences, but that doesn't necessarily translate well into writing online. Readers tend to bounce or complain when there's too much text stuffed all together. So instead, try to make paragraphs 2 sentences. That seems to be the sweet spot for paragraphs online. And if you really need to bulk up a paragraph, I don't see why you would have to, but maybe you have a sentence that's like very short, maybe 4 words or so, and your paragraph doesn't look good, then maybe add another sentence. But 3 sentences, I think, is really the max. 4 sentences in a paragraph online is too much, and readers will likely bounce more. So, include case studies. In addition to testimonials, if you can provide a case study that demonstrates the difference before and after the product was used, that could be even better. You want to help the potential customers see the transformation that the product or service can offer them. So, case studies can really help with that. Number 10, add content upgrades to skyrocket conversion. So if you want people to click your affiliate link, it helps even more to add an incentive. You can add a relevant download, calculator, PDF, ebook, or something else of value in exchange for them using your link. This can skyrocket your sales. So you can get free product review templates by coming here to howtoentrepreneur.org. I have the product review templates here, and I'll add a link in the description box where you can get to this post, and on this post you can get access to the product review templates. You can also go to howtoentrepreneur.org/business framework. If you go there, you'll be able to join the free entrepreneur support group, get the free e-courses that are included with that membership, and these blog post templates are included with that membership. That is actually the best way to get access to them. So, finally, closing statements on how to write product reviews. Product reviews are very useful pieces of content for online shoppers. So we need more honest and helpful reviewers online. Hopefully this tutorial will help you to make lots more money, build a loyal audience, and create a longer standing business with product reviews. So if you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comment section. And if you'd like ongoing motivation as you build your business, then definitely join my free entrepreneur support group at howtoentrepreneur.org/business framework. I'll leave a link in the description box where you can check that out. So I look forward to seeing you around, getting to know you better, and helping you to grow your business from idea to full-time income, and from full-time income to enterprise. And so like this channel if this video was helpful for you, and subscribe to this channel if you would like ongoing support, motivation, knowledge, tutorials on how to grow your business. And that's all I have for this video. Have a great day. Bye.